Okay, sorry is it sorry does. She just wanna cut up in the car, told her start it up. I don't wanna see it from your eyes unless it's Cartier. Ran into my old chick, she said you ain't playing fair. Playing fair, playing fair. Nah, I ain't playing fair. Playing fair, playing fair. Nah, I ain't playing fair. Asked her why she staying there, she said she don't know. I had to ask more, but I really had to go and get my bop on. Yeah, I get my bop on. If she needs some good, tell her she got hop on. She know I'm the top dog, I know she a hot one. But Lissy's on the feet, and you know I got the socks on. Yeah, I get my pop on. Yeah, I get my pop on. If she needs some good, tell her she got hop on. She know I'm the top dog, I know she a hot one. But Lissy's on the feet, and you know I got the socks on.
She still with my high sauce, she ain't with no knockoff. See them, we gon' pop off. Uber getting dropped off, kicking in the door, we ain't knock on it. Ice on your beat, and you know it got the bop to it. Running up the strings like the stock market. They ain't with no beat, tell them stop talking. Rock a goatee like I'm Hulk Hogan. Put on R&B, then I hit her with the slow stroking. Ooh. Then I told her she could hop on it, bop on. Yeah, I get my bop on. If she needs some good, tell her she could hop on. She know I'm the top dog, I know she a hot one. But Lissy's on the feet, and you know I got the socks on. Yeah, I get my bop on. Yeah, I get my bop on. If she needs some good, tell her she could hop on. She know I'm the top dog, I know she a hot one. But Lissy's on the feet, and you know I got the socks on. Yeah. Double B's on me, yeah. Double C's on the dough. Double D's dunking no. Going nuts for the flow. Tank on E, F it, bro. I'm a G, let him know. Who is he? ISO. Who is he? ISO. Pop on. Yeah, I get my bop on. If she wanna give me neck, gotta keep the top on. But she got the top off while I got topped off. She was taking too long. Now I'm finna nod off. So I get my bop on. Yeah, I get my bop on. If she needs some good, tell her she got hop on. She know I'm the top dog, I know she a hot one. But Lissy's on the feet, and you know I got the socks on. Yeah, I get my bop on. Yeah, I get my bop on. If she needs some good, tell her she got hop on. She know I'm the top dog, I know she a hot one. But Lissy's on the feet, and you know I got the socks on. Yeah.
Oh, I can't let him take my soul. I can't let him take my soul. No. Oh, I can't let him take my soul. No. See, we was cool right before he hit the fence, but he hit the fan when I got him down at the bench. When I took a break, I had to leave and go get cleansed. God forgive me for all my sins. I can't say these hoes, cause my last name ain't Kent. Cooking on the stove, that's the way he paid the rent. Working on the pole, that's the way she pays tuition. Better watch your soul, cause you know they trying to get it. Yeah. I learned my right from wrong on a song. I let my heart bleed on my sleeve through microphones. I'm trying to right my wrongs by writing out my wrongs. Ran through a check, cause it's hard to live off bread alone. So if you see me slipping, yeah, let me know. Cause it ain't the end of times yet, I know, but it's getting close. Yeah, I need my space to breathe, that's why I be going ghost. Ain't trying to stay up on that wide road, cause I can't let him take my soul. No. Oh, I can't let him take my soul. No. I can't let him take my soul. No. Oh, I can't let him take my soul. No. They thinking I'm bluffing, but I promise I do it. That K got a drum, like murder and booming. Sending you vert, if I get my little Uzi. They thinking I'm crazy, I'm gon' see the haters. People I'm saying, get what I'm painting. A picture big, I call it little baby. If I'm on the board, then we playing chess. If you on my way, you gon' need a vest. Act big, you might get stretched. All your gun talk, I ain't impressed. My 45 seen real traffic. That's Dallas, Texas. My little partner called a body for a Maserati. He told him get up out the car, hit him with the shotty. That 12 gauge gave him life in the 12th grade. I tried to write him, but we ain't on the same page. I caught him slipping, I just had to let him know. It ain't the end of times yet, I know, but it's getting close. These demons really out to get you, so you better guard your post. There's certain things I could probably let go, but I can't let them take my soul. No. Oh, I can't let them take my soul. No. I can't let them take my soul. No. Oh, I can't let them take my soul. No. I can't let them take my soul.
Piling paper, got them talking nice to me. Down the bottle, it be going right to me. Brown baby down to take a flight to me. They think that I'm stunting, but it's slight to me. Piling paper got them talking nice to me. Guess that's why the labels want the rights to me. City on my back and it feel light to me. They think that I'm stunting, but it's slight to me. I don't understand it, how they got so timid. Told them I would do it and I overdid it. I don't do the bass cause I don't got the minutes. Pull up nothing teeny so they know who winning. Shorty cutting up, it must be retrograde. 80s Cuban collar with the retro fade. Baby cut from Mexico, the whip German. And she down to wet it while the spliff burning. They don't want no static, better get the signal. Earning all these points, it ain't coincidence.
What's up, y'all? Can y'all hear me? We have issues already. We got issues. What's up, y'all? Can y'all hear me? We have issues already. Internet is trash. Internet is trash. Let me fix the speaker. Just in case. Let me see. Yeah, it's on. Internet's trash. Just so you know. So bear with me on the video. It might not look too hot at times, but we're gonna go with it. Yeah, where I am, I don't know why the internet is so trash. It might cut off again. I don't know. We back in the truck, and you know how I go in the truck. It could be wherever I am. Sometimes it's good, and sometimes it's bad, and you know you never know. But let's see who's in the chat. Let me know if you got any audio issue. Okay, awesome. Brown skin lady is in the building. She been kind of in the news and popular these days. I don't know what she did or said, but if you got people talking about her. David Dundee's in the building. Miss Nobody Appreciate you stopping by. Okay. Let's see. The sound is good. Picture is booty. We gotta go with that though. Maybe it'll get better. But we're gonna see. Yeah. So brown skin lady been the topic of. I seen that. Matter of fact, we did a live on it the other night. And somebody said go and go watch Kwami's live about what he said. And for the most part, it was corny and boring and goofy. But yes, hopefully, as long as it sounds okay, I think we can be good. So yeah, it was kind of a little corny, a lot corny, and mostly goofy, and not really funny. Like, it's different if it's funny, but he wasn't even really funny. And so, we kind of cut it short. Yeah, he's still lame. He haven't learned anything. He's still lame, huh? He ain't learned nothing, huh? Well, that's how it goes sometimes. Beware been in the news lately. And matter of fact, one of our former friends of the show had said something, put something in her, the Rilla, as we call her now. She put something up that I guess they were talking about brown skin lady too. I didn't go watch it. I haven't had time. Beware over there. The Rilla's over there to claim it, and she done called the FBI on them and shit. So, a lot of shit going on. But that's like the drama stuff, which is cool to talk about from time to time. It's cool, but there's a lot more interesting. I feel a lot more interesting things going on in the world that needs to be talked about. Beyond that, I mean, we can get in the mud and we can, I got time for the bullshit a lot of times, but there's still we like to talk about other things and things that affect other people. And one of them is this idea that FBI, yes, FBI. She claims that people are cyber stalking her or whatever. I don't know. She's playing a victim after she said that there's no rules. But anyway, Stephen A. Smith. He was over there defending. He's been defending the NFL against Colin Kaepernick, and I don't know what it is about a lot of black sports analysts on TV that they feel like they need to bash Colin Kaepernick. You had a lot of black analysts. You had a lot of quarterbacks, white quarterbacks that were speaking out. I mean, I used to think that I've played a lot of sports in my time, been on a few teams, and I would like to think that the people that I played with weren't racist or anything. I don't know, but I guess sometimes let's see, Fat Man got is that an official revelations? Because that would be a good thing. Is that an official revelation? Can somebody look that up? Yeah, hit the like button. Hit the like button, please. See, there's only the FBI said they were not wasting the resources on YouTube. Exactly. No, just guessing. Okay. I was about to say, because I was looking at a little bit. I know it's he's been doing workouts and stuff, so he's trying to get back into the league. So he's basically telling everybody, hey, I've been working out this entire time. Ain't nothing changed. And so, I'm ready. So he's got a YouTube channel now. Go check that out. I guess it's called Colin. We're gonna look at that. I think. No, we're not. It's Colin Kaepernick or Kaepernick something or something like that. It's one of those. Just type in Colin Kaepernick. You'll see his YouTube channel, and he's got workout videos. He's worked out with a few people. But more notably, I just been looking at. I mean, the allegations from Crummy 6ix9ine, the deputy. I kind of was like, he's like he's speaking on from personal experience, and anybody that talks about him, he doesn't have anything good to say. So he kind of I took that with a grain of salt. But as I was watching today, Stephen A. Smith got checked, roasted, any of those type of words you can think of, and the person that did it was his co-host, and did it in such a way that made Stephen A. Smith look like he didn't know shit about nothing. Like he didn't know what the hell he was talking about, because he basically didn't have anything else to say other than he was trying to defend his original point, so he wouldn't look like a total loser. They didn't know what the fuck he was talking about. But if you listen, I'm gonna play the interview, and when we listen to the interview, you can see that he absolutely looks like somebody he doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. But more than Stephen A. Jackson, you got like these former players, and you got like, and they turn analysts or they get in cahoots with the owners or something. And as it pertains to Colin Kaepernick, you had Marcellus Wiley over here talking about I forget what, I think it's Fox Sports 1 or something like that. He was over there talking about he too light-skinned. Basically, his general observation about the Colin Kaepernick situation was that he was too light-skinned to feel the full brunt of the black experience, which is strange to me. Like that to me sounds like colorism to me. He's a dark-skinned man. Colin Kaepernick is a light-skinned dude. He's actually mixed race. It kind of sounds like some of that. And then you had from the other his co-host or his co-host, the other dude, Whitfield or whatever his name is, the other dude that speaks down on black issues and stuff like that. He ain't never been pulled over by police. I forget his name. The fat dude, Jason Whitlock, and came in and had a white dude. He did a skit and had a white dude play Colin Kaepernick in blackface and all that. Just weird old coon type shit, right? Speaking out against Colin Kaepernick. So you got two, like Jason Whitlock has never been in the league, but you got Marcellus Wiley. You can't tell me he ain't seen stuff. He may not say nothing because, a lot of these dudes out here, they worried about the check. If they don't say the right things, they don't get a check. Like you say, you had, yes, brown skin lady, too light skinned it. You had these real tough guys. As a matter of fact, let me plug my computer in before it dies. You got these real tough guys, right? I don't know where my cord went. Namely, shit. Where's my damn cord at? Namely, Ray Lewis. That when he was presented with an opportunity of whether or not he was going to kneel or not, he went ahead and kneeled. And I don't know if I got the internet to pull that up. Maybe we'll pull it up on another day, or y'all can look it up. But when they gave him an opportunity to kneel, he did that. What's that study that we was looking at where if a bunch of people say the same thing in the room, you're gonna say it too. So I forgot what they call that because we did a live on that too. I forgot that the experiment's called damn, I forgot the name. It's called the something experiment, and where everybody in the room says the same thing because everybody in the room is saying that. And that's what I was pointing that out in the Crummy 6ix9ine case, where a lot of people were just jumping on board because a lot of people had jumped on board. So in this case, he did the same thing. Everybody around him kneeled. Now, this is supposed to be the tough guy of the league. Everybody around him kneeled, and he knelt. And then once the owners of the organization got to him, he turned it into saying that it was a prayer, not a kneel, even though he kneeled just like everybody else. So I don't understand. Like, it's all the Ash. There you go. The Ash experiment. There you go. There you go. I don't know. It's all over the place. I'm got all kinds of stuff going on, so I couldn't remember. I couldn't remember that nothing. But yes, the Ash experiment. And so like I don't like so then you got you know, and you have all these prominent blacks. Now we're not Shannon Sharpe is definitely not one of them. Stephen A. Smith is definitely one of them. Who's basically cooning and stepping and all fetching and all that for the NFL. I don't know what the hell Jay-Z is doing in there, because he sure in the hell ain't did nothing notable or anything, because you know it's still issues. It's you know, we're even having to discuss whether or not the NFL is going to give him a fair chance, and Jay-Z been in there for a couple year or two now. The only best thing he did is had Dr. Dre do the halftime show at Super Bowl. But you know, it's still a disparity in how many black head coaches there are and all of that after Jay-Z got there. After. So we don't know what he's doing. So, and you know, and he could be on the same shit, because listen, it's a whole lot of shit that money can buy, and compliance is one of them. So is Marcellus Wally one of them compliant dudes? Because he showed, or maybe that's how he feel. Is you know, is Jason Whitlock on some for the take? Jason Whitlock is the male sports version of Candace Owen, I think. That's my opinion. Yashino G Life in the building. Naifa is in the building. Appreciate y'all stopping by. So you got Ray, the big tough guy, Ray Lewis. But y'all got to talk to Verizon. I'm on Verizon. It's just the area, man. Some of these areas, they're really back roads type places. Ain't a whole lot of internet, so I got to do the best I can. I mean, I got Verizon. Out of all, I had all the networks. I didn't had AT&T. I didn't had Verizon, and I didn't had one other one I forget a long time. Sprint. And Verizon is most definitely the best, but you know, sometimes you can only do what you can do. So yeah, so you got the big tough guy. I don't know, but you know, sometimes it's character too. Who knows what goes on behind the scenes with these dudes? A lot of them be doing all kind of crazy shit just to keep their jobs. And you know, and it's about the money. It's all about the money. They'll punch their mama in the face to get a check, and they don't care, and they'll explain it later. That's why, you know, I think that's why you don't really see Ray Lewis on TV that much anymore. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe he puts his foot in his mouth, and they told him not to get on TV no more. I don't know. But Shannon Sharpe don't have no problems telling it like it is. And the clip, the clip that we are gonna watch, that like I ain't never seen nobody break the Colin Kaepernick situation down to Stephen A. Jackson so well that made him look so much like a loser and an asshole, because it literally sounds like he don't know what the fuck he's talking about, because it goes into him saying that the NFL gave him every shot that they possibly could, and that Colin Kaepernick doesn't want to play. I mean, he goes into all of that and just completely destroys Stephen A. Smith. So let's go take a look at this clip because it's incredible. It's incredible. Let's see. Oh, I'm not even sharing it. Hold on. Let me get over here and share it. Hold on, I'm tripping. Did I stop? Okay, I stopped that. Okay, so let's get over here and share this. I was about to play it and I didn't even share it. All right, here we go. Okay. And the title of the video is Stephen A. Smith defends NFL's treatment of Colin Kaepernick. I mean, that says it all right there. Like, you ain't got to be no football buff to understand that he was blackballed, literally blackballed. After after or even before, well, he was blackballed after Johnny Cochran had to go in and point out to the NFL, say, hey, y'all got some issues over here and y'all need to clean that up. And that's where they came with the Rooney Rule. Rooney Rule was rooted in, I believe it was a lawsuit or something like that, pointing by Johnny Cochran, pointing out the disparity in the ratio between black and white coaches. And then they said, okay, we're going to put the Rooney Rule in, and that turned out to be a dog and pony show because at the time that Flores filed his lawsuit or his complaint or whatever he filed, there was less black coaches as a result of the Rooney Rule than there was before the Rooney Rule. So or when the Rooney Rule was implemented today, whatever it is, whatever is said, it's less now than it was before. So so obviously it didn't do any good. And if you got dudes basically according to Flores getting drunk before the interview, you had somebody was defending that, saying that that was Johnson saying that, oh, you go out and blah blah blah, what's wrong with that? Oh, if you're trying to be professional, there's a lot, but if you don't give a shit, then there's nothing. Let's see, how did the Rooney Rule backfire like that? Because they never had any plans, and when you give people a rule, they got other people to figure out how to break the rule or how to get around the rules. I mean, you look at taxes, you look at anything you can think of, and they got a way to figure out how to get around it. So Eden W. Oxtail, shout out to the channel and chat. Appreciate you stopping by. Yeah, they got a way to get around it. I was just watching the thing today on how like Cheapskate was like, it was on was it TLC? I think it was extreme Cheapskates, and they had another one, the extreme couponing. And there was this one dude, that was claimed that he was a cheapskate, but he went to he took his wife to an ice cream parlor and ordered like 15 free samples. Listen, I mean, do they give out free samples? Yes. Can you get free samples? Yes, if they give them to you. But I mean, shit, like you taking advantage of the system because they giving you them free samples and you taking them, but somebody got to pay for just because it's free to you doesn't mean it ain't free to somebody. So you know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy. So same thing with that Rooney Rule. They came with the rule. They said, okay, this is what it is. What we got to do. How can we get around it so we still not hiring more blacks? Now, it didn't go deep enough, far enough, all of that. Maybe they gave him the benefit of the doubt and all that, but didn't work. So But on top of that, you also got dudes like Stephen A. Smith defending the NFL. You got Ray Lewis, Kyle Towing, stepping and fetching. You got Marcellus Wiley doing the same shit, and you got Jason Whitlock over there. You know, the male Candace Owens doing the same shit. But as you're gonna see, Stephen A. Smith co-host is gonna roast him without roasting him, but really roast him and show how much of a loser and how much he does not know about anything that happened with Colin Kaepernick.
So Colin Kaepernick recently had a workout.
The teams did not want to touch him for a workout because they were scared, if they didn't want him, Swaggo, that he could sit up there and accuse them of racism.
This is false, but what else do you expect from this water carrier for NFL owners? He wants to show the world he's still got it.
So the NFL stepped in and they said, okay, for the first time in the league's history, we're going to conduct a private workout for this player.
And with the tape surfacing, Stephen Smith goes back to his old debunked talking points. And still got it. This dude does.
He's good enough to play quarterback in the NFL. He's not going to because he took a stance and the NFL thought that stance hurt their bottom line.
And you decided, because of a waiver that you didn't want to sign.
My bad, y'all. I keep forgetting. Well, the speaker, I don't use the headphones. I got to put it on mute and all that. But I was basically saying that Stephen A. Smith was basically defending the NFL and his talking points. He said that the NFL, did him a favor and all of that. Matter of fact, let's go back because no, y'all heard the audio, but y'all didn't hear my audio. So because I gotta mute it because it might echo. So I gotta work on that. Just ready to pitch the thing. So yeah, he actually debunked whatever his theories is because he said he didn't want to play. Now he's working out, got a YouTube channel and showing people that he is ready to play. And I saw that BB Cross is in the building. Welcome. Let's continue.
You were not going to show up.
He's leaving out so much, and he knows it. He just won't acknowledge it because it does not benefit his argument.
Instead of using the Atlanta Falcons facilities, all their video equipment, and everything else. And at that moment, I said, he's done.
That's not all you said.
Got some issue with a liability waiver.
Not only did you mock the waiver, creating more mistrust.
You see?
Because as we'll see, I believe in this video, I think he did mock the waiver, as you saw. That's because he don't know anything about waivers as it pertains to NFL waivers. From what I understand, the NFL was in charge of that, and usually it's in the hands of the team. If a team wants to go look at somebody, that's on them, and they do it on their own. They created this whole thing, and then they created a waiver so that if anything happens, he pull a muscle, tear, ACL, whatever, he have no recourse. And they put that waiver, and they'd be stupid to do that, just to get a job, because you can go in there, fuck yourself up, and say, see, this is why we don't want him, because you fucked yourself up. But if you and then when you sign that waiver, you don't have no recourse. But if you do that and then you have recourse, then you got action.
You see, he don't want to play. He wants to be a martyr.
But then
See what I'm talking about? I mean, how do you know it's in his mind? He don't want to play. You don't even have all the details. But see, this is what I'm saying. You got these dudes like this that are in the pockets. He probably in NFL pockets, or you know what I'm saying. He NFL doing something, you know, kind of like slide him a few dollars or something. I don't know, but is the reason why you would go after. You either don't like him personally. You don't like him because he biracial, like the Marcellus Wiley, because he said he's too light skinned to experience the whole black experience. So it's either one of those, and both of them is wrong.
Then you framed your argument this way by giving an NFL owner's approved side of things. So why didn't he sign the waiver?
Ladies and gentlemen, in my hand, I have two notes, two letters.
The one that just so happened to be leaked to you, for you to go out on national television crushing Cap's character, which the NFL's top lawyer, Jeff Pash, was the mastermind in crafting, drafting, and putting forth the Caps team. Stephen, respectfully, why spew league-approved talking points on ESPN's #1 show? Pash, for his part, told ex-Washington executive Bruce Allen in an audio file via the New York Times, I am not sure this song will be as popular after the wall gets built, when discussing how to attract more Latino fans. Seems like a lovely dude.
I understand the argument that if you want to play in the NFL, if you want to be taken seriously, you got to be at this job interview. I get that part. On the other hand, nobody in their right mind, and certainly nobody with representation, would have signed this deal with the parameters that we're within right now.
Exactly right, and I keep forgetting. Exactly right. It was a dog and pony show, just like they dog and pony show the Rooney Rule. Right? They said they got people, and they got people that listen to Stephen A. Smith. He's one of the more prominent black. He's one of the more. Am I still muted? I know I was muted for a second. He's one of the more prominent sports analysts, black sports analysts, right? So there's a lot of people that listen to him. He don't know nothing about the waiver. He got, why the NFL would send him the waiver. Why the NFL would send Stephen A. Smith the waiver. That's a little strange. Who knows? I don't know. I doubt if Colin Kaepernick did. So the incentive is there for the NFL to send it to Stephen A. Smith. I don't think Colin Kaepernick did, but who knows? He definitely, he definitely held him up like this, to try to further his point as to Colin Kaepernick not wanting to play. But as you just heard, you're supposed to show up for the job interview, but not if I'm going to give away all my rights.
The league, under the guise of acting out of the goodness of its own heart and or assuage the guilt of 32 months of Kaepernick being wrongfully denied an opportunity, set up a workout for all teams, even though any team could work him out at any time. And then, as he showed up for it, asked him to sign a waiver that not only protected the league and the Falcons against a torn ACL or some other injury that could have happened during the workout, but also exonerated the league of any and all responsibility for the violations of his rights that may have occurred since his grievance was settled in February. And
I can't believe I did it again. Oh my goodness. Listen, as he said, he ain't nobody gonna sign in their right mind. They wanted him to absolve them by signing that waiver of anything that they've ever done to him that violated his right. Not just the workout, but everything. Anybody in this, and they, like you do said, in the right mind would sign that, because you're not talking about just the workout. You're talking about everything. So they were trying to get him to sign away his lawsuit. You don't think they don't think that NFL thinks that Colin Kaepernick is a threat? So it sure sounds like they got Stephen A. Smith in the pocket.
Back in the day when Stephen's former co-anchor Max Kellerman checked him before admittedly forcing him out.
But just for clarification purposes, are you sure that the NFL is not telling the truth?
He really views the NFL's word as the be-all, end-all.
I have the information as reported by you that the NFL is giving, and it does not jibe with reality.
Okay.
So why doesn't Stephen A. just own
He said he doesn't jive with reality. Like, anybody can see that. If you know a little bit of the details, anybody can see that.
Because he's already too far gone and in a position by taking this stance where you are rewarded.
And the fact that he did not show up, to me, eradicates his points altogether.
For saying nonsense like.
See, that's exactly what the other side does. That's what they do. They put this dog and pony show together so that they can make something look like something that it's not. Or they can say, hey, he never showed up for the job interview. You're supposed to show up for the job interview. Okay, but you're leaving out the fact that the job interview wanted him to sign away all his rights that you done violated. Anything that could have possibly happened to that man, you wanted to hit them sign it all the way. And then so that you set it up that way so that you can say you knew he was going to turn that down. So you do that so that he can turn it down in front of the world, and you're going to have Stephen A. Jackson say he never showed up for the interview. He's going to take a complex situation and simplify it. That's what a con man does. It's conning you into believing that Colin Kaepernick just didn't show up for the thing. But you gotta understand. You gotta ask Stephen A. Smith why. Why would you do that? What is your incentive? You're an outsider looking in. You're a reporter. You're a bystander. Why would you be defending the NFL so tough? In the same way that I look at these crummy 6'9" defenders. Why is you defend that motherfucker so tough? What's the reason? It's got to be one or the other. It's got to be one or the other. Either you on some colorism shit or you on some NFL in the pocket shit. And I don't think crummy 6'9" was paying nobody, by the way.
Like this. Aside from absolving the NFL of another lawsuit and changing the waiver altogether, why doesn't Smith mention Cap when given 2 hours to accept this ultimatum of a workout? As your colleague Adam Schefter wrote, on Saturday, almost half of the NFL teams will be traveling to games. And most of the rest of the coaches and players will be heading to their team hotels to prepare for their games the next day. Where's the analysis of it appearing to be a sham? Setting up.
Okay, this is where they're setting up, I believe, Stephen A. Smith co-host and make him look like the biggest loser, even bigger than the show Biggest Loser. This dude, like, he don't know shit about football, let alone the NFL.
Up a workout on a Saturday in season. Longtime sports writer Michael Silver added more context. Because it's Saturday, most teams will likely send pro scouts or other talent evaluators without decision-making power.
He don't want to play. He wants to be a martyr.
He didn't care to mention the National Football League leaking this to show they deeply, truly only care about the goodness of Cap and really want to give him a fair shot. By leaking it to the press, they didn't give the 32 NFL teams a heads up, but they gave the media one, a Cap source said. Once they betrayed us on the confidentiality agreement, we knew what this was. It was a charade, but Smith will never say so.
But guess what?
And you have to wonder why he won't say so. I mean, it's obvious to everyone. As soon as they came out with those documents that said you need to waive everything we've ever done to you, ain't nobody signing that. I wouldn't sign that. I don't give a fuck what you're talking about. I got a lawsuit against you. I'm finna sign away my rights. Yeah, you're mine.
What? It ain't working this time.
In the Madden video game series, Colin Kaepernick's name was edited out of a Big Sean song the NFL happened to use. In addition,
now there's some crazy shit right here.
They removed Cap altogether from the game, even though he was and still is a free agent. When the 49ers went to the Super Bowl in 2019, the league's official page titled NFL Game Recaps with that verified blue check mark noted this was the 49ers' first Super Bowl since 1994. It's like they left out, I don't know, that Colin Kaepernick led the 49ers to the Super Bowl in 2013. Remember the Har Bowl between brothers Jim and John? Yeah, Cap was QB1 for San Francisco. So to go.
Okay, so they over there taking mentions of his name. The NFL, who approves all that shit, made them censor Colin Kaepernick's name in the song that was on the video game. And then they said that they skipped over the fact that the Niners were in the 2013 Super Bowl, and they said that the last time they'd been in the Super Bowl was in 1994. That doesn't scream we hate him, we blackball him. That doesn't scream blackball. So if that's the case, why is Stephen A. Smith, a black man, defending the NFL when they went and took his name out of a song and took the fact that he took him to the Super Bowl completely out of the description?
The following from Steven. He continues to harken back to Cap wanting a media crew there to capture the scenes of his workout. The NFL did not want this. Let's be frank. He kept it open to the press, several of whom live streamed the workout over social media, preventing the NFL from spinning the event as if he no longer had the goods. The National Football League has deceived the truth and even been swayed by a white supremacist president on black players kneeling for the things he absolutely despises. The fact that Stephen A. believes the NFL would be transparent with a man they have done no such thing for since all of this began is laughable at best and scary at worst, considering he is ESPN's #1. Read the room, Stephen. On the subject of Colin with the NFL,
Yeah, this wasn't the one I was looking for. Let's see. Maybe it's this one. No, it's not that one. Let me see. Damn it. Shit. It's not that one. Damn it. Shit. 7 days ago. Yeah, this wasn't the one. Hold on. We gotta do this. I gotta go back. Let me see. So what do y'all what do y'all think about that? That ain't that crazy? Let me see. In the meantime, I'm gonna see if I can find this other video. I gotta go to my history. Let's see. Cause that's crazy. See, that's two. Okay. Okay. That is completely crazy. Because I seen another. Let's see. Hell no. Let's see. I seen another video where okay, I think it was this one. Yes, it is. It's this one right here. I pulled up the wrong one. I pulled up the wrong one. Now this is one that this is a video where his co-host like destroys him and talks about how Stephen A. Smith don't know what the hell he's talking about. Let's see. Okay.
Quarterback posted a video of himself working out and throwing. The Seahawks receiver, Tyler Lockett, noticed it. Seattle might have room for another quarterback after finishing last in the NFC West last season and trading quarterback Russell Wilson away. We know this. They currently have a QB room featuring Drew Lock and Geno Smith. Pete Carroll spoke about Kaepernick. Take a listen.
You're going to ask questions about Colin Kaepernick. I mean, I know you're going to ask, so let me just put it out there. He contacted me the other day, said, "Hey, I'd like to get a shot. You know, I'm working out," and so he sent me some videos. The next thing I know, he's working out with Tyler Lockett. I don't know how that happened, but does that guy deserve a second shot? I think he does somewhere. I don't know if it's here. I don't know where it is. I don't know if it's even in football. I don't know.
See, I think what Pete Carroll is trying to do, Pete Carroll is trying to save face with his own players. Pete Carroll, you know, he was the head coach for the USC Trojans, you know, and you know, he's coached a lot of black players. He's been in a lot of locker rooms. And one thing that head coaches know, that if they're not feeling you, they're not going to play for you. And if they feel like you racist or whatever, I mean, you know, look at what happened to Urban Meyer. Urban Meyer got his ass out of there. He got too much fucking bullshit on him. I don't know why he even gave him a shot anyway. Urban Meyer was the coach of, I think it was the Jacksonville or the Carolina Panthers, one of them. Had all kinds of bullshit going on. They heard him got it out of there. Because when anybody, you know, listen, just because you're the head coach don't mean that you can get away with disrespecting players. Can't do that. I mean, that's morale. Don't nobody play for that shit.
Asking if he should get an invite to a workout or to a tryout. Ryan Clark here with us now. But Stephen A., what do you think? Should Kaepernick get a tryout?
He should have gotten a tryout. Let's just take this into consideration. The backup
Kind of sounds like he's changing his tone. Kind of sounds like he changed the tone. I don't know if it's I forgot what his co-host name is, Ryan Clark. Because Ryan Clark is about to roast him. Ryan Clark is about to roast him. I don't know if he's trying to change it too, because he already know what Ryan Clark gonna say. But look at Ryan Clark. Ryan Clark eyebrows close and everything. he is not happy.
Quarterback in Seattle, which is why Pete Carroll's getting on my nerves, continuously bringing up Colin Kaepernick as if he can't help it. You know, he's helpless. You could bring him in. You know, say you could sit up there and put him on a team if you wanted to. Geno Smith was your backup quarterback in Seattle last year. Mason Rudolph is the backup quarterback with the Pittsburgh Steelers, and Mike Tomlin is the coach. Mason Rudolph and Dwayne Haskins. Chase Daniels is a backup quarterback in the National Football League. And Colin Kaepernick still doesn't have a job. We all know that Colin Kaepernick deserves a shot. We know that he deserves another chance. I personally believe this is all a publicity stunt on his part. This is all a publicity stunt. I don't care what anybody says. I'm done with all of this with Colin Kaepernick because.
You see what I'm saying? First he said he should have been had a tryout. He should have been had a tryout. But then he said, I'm done with all this Colin Kaepernick shit. Make up your mind. Make up your mind. It's like you trying to play both sides. Either you believe he should have had a tryout and he got a problem with the reason why he didn't have a tryout, or you just you done with Colin Kaepernick. Which is it?
Again, you had an opportunity for 26 teams to look at you while the world was transfixed on a potential workout at the Atlanta Falcons facility a couple of years ago, and you passed. I know.
Leaving out the reason why he passed. Just completely leaving out the fact that they wanted him to sign his life away, basically. Leaving that out.
The waiver issue. I know that the NFL was suspect with it, even though that was the first workout, RC, that they ever conducted. I mean, the NFL has never conducted an individual workout for any player in its history. I get all of that. I understand it. I'm not knocking it. I understand the suspicion, but here's my point.
If you see what he's saying, these sound like talking points straight from the NFL. They have never given an NFL player a single workout. And his other talking point is he doesn't want to play because he didn't show up for the job interview, basically. Watch how Ryan Clark roast his ass. I can't wait to get to that. Watch how he roasted.
Colin Kaepernick sued the National Football League. Clearly, you didn't trust him. You settled the case. Clearly, you didn't like him. Okay? So think about that. So when they came and offered you the opportunity to work, you knew it was going to be some things about it that you didn't like. But Ryan Clark was watching. Stephen A. was watching. The whole sports media world was watching. The political world was watching since the issue of Colin Kaepernick had been politicized. The entire football world and beyond were looking forward to see Colin Kaepernick perform in front of the cameras, video equipment, NFL stuff, all of that Ryan is far more qualified to speak on than I could ever hope to. And he elected not to show up. So as far as I'm concerned, I know he's got a big-time documentary coming out. Spike Lee directed it and all of this other stuff. And I watch that. Damn it, look forward to it. I encourage everybody to watch it because we're going to learn a lot. RC was interviewed for it. I'm interviewed for it, the whole bit. But the bottom line is, let's not act like we don't know what's going on. He was blackballed. It was unfair. It was wrong. It's been wrong. And all of these teams are just giving lip service until somebody actually brings them in. They can all kick rocks because they're all full of it. All right? Because he should have been had a tryout. He should have been on an NFL team. But he also hurt himself because there was a way to work around this. And he didn't want to do it. So he's culpable too. That's where I stand with this, RC.
I mean, he has.
Okay, RC about to roast his ass, but here's the thing. But Justin Furrow, you hit it dead on the head. You hit it dead on. Where's that comment at? Why is it not over here? I don't know why it's let's see, where is it? Dead on the head. Let me see. Majestic Pharaoh said he being three-faced it. Because that dude said, oh yeah, he should have had a tryout, but he didn't show up, but the NFL and they gave him a shot. What the fuck? You playing all the sides. Let's see, get paid, but yeah, get paid to play both sides. Who died and made Stephen A. the boss? Let's see, he was a scrub basketball player. He looks ticked off. He's a hater, absolutely. But we're gonna see how Ryan Clark roasts his ass. This is gonna be enjoyable.
Are you saying it's a publicity stunt by Colin Kaepernick, what he's doing right now, or it was for Pete Carroll to say what he said?
Both, because I think that Colin Kaepernick knows he doesn't expect a fair shot. So what's all of this noise about? You know they ain't gonna give you a fair shot. That's why you didn't show up for the workout. Why should we believe that he really, truly wants to play? Because the same people you didn't trust before are the same people that's still there.
Well, I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to tell you who really doesn't want to play. Ryan Clark. You are looking at a guy who really doesn't want to play football anymore. Right. And you know what I've done for the last 5 years? I've done executive workouts, made sure I broke a sweat and could fit into these suits. That's all I've done. What I ain't done is what Colin Kaepernick has done, which is trained for the last 5 years. I'm not doing.
He roasting him already. He said Colin Kaepernick don't want to play. Stephen A. Smith said that. Ryan Clark said, no. I'm gonna show you somebody that ain't want to play. I ain't did shit for 5 years. Colin Kaepernick out there still working out.
Doing that because I don't want to play. And people who don't want to play don't do those things, Stephen A. And I don't believe it's a publicity stunt. I believe he truly wants to get back on the field. And I feel like he's always wanted to do that. But what you were asking Colin Kaepernick to do when it pertained to that workout was compromise himself. Was take a level of disrespect that he wasn't willing to take. And
explain that. Explain that. What do you mean level of disrespect?
Yeah, what you're leaving out, Stephen A., is the level of disrespect that you added. He is really acting dumb, like he don't know. He knows. He's acting dumb. He's not dumb because they sent him the paperwork. The NFL did. But let's continue.
So the first part about it is you don't have the workout on a Saturday. There are no workouts held on Saturday. The reason being is teams are preparing to play. Teams are preparing for their weekends. You have workouts on Tuesday.
You have workouts on Tuesday. Serious people work you out on Tuesday, not Saturday. That's notable. Why are you doing it when nobody is people got other shit to do? You could have did it on Tuesday. Why you didn't do it on Tuesday on everybody's day off? You waited till Saturday?
Tuesday is the day off for the whole entire NFL. Maybe one team may be off on a Monday. That's something Chip Kelly used to do. That's why workouts aren't on a Saturday. And then you ask him to sign a waiver that in some way compromises his position. He didn't want to do that. We're asking a man who was willing to give up his career, who was willing to kneel during the national anthem while we had someone in office that put the spotlight on him as a son of a bitch. And he
breaking it down, Stephen A. Smith. He roasting you, Stephen A. Smith. You ain't gonna have no rebuttal. Watch how he has no rebuttal for anything that Ryan Clark is saying, because he's spitting facts. You had Donald Trump in there calling him a son of a bitch. He knows that people are telling him already. Listen, you need to stop before you fuck around and lose your job. He did it anyway. You don't think he want to play?
He was willing to continue doing that because he felt like it was bigger than Colin Kaepernick to now compromise Colin Kaepernick based on a workout you don't believe in. and then because of that, say we believe that what he's doing now is a publicity stunt? Those two things don't have to connect to me.
Well, let me respond.
Roasted his ass on his own motherfucking show because you're an idiot. And everybody doesn't play that shit. Obviously, NFL, they overlooked Ryan Clark. Ryan Clark played in the league. Stephen A. Smith ain't played in the league. Stephen A. Smith acting like he getting a check from the league, though.
Respond to that. Let me respond to that because I'm open to being corrected on this because what you're telling me, here's my response to this. I was told by numerous teams, by league officials, and even the Players Association, that again, the NFL has never conducted a workout for a single player in NFL history. It's not what they do. That's a team's responsibility.
Yes.
But
See how he's oversimplifying it. We've never done that, especially on a Saturday, because most people don't work out on Saturdays.
the teams were petrified that if they brought him in for a tryout and that they didn't want him, that he would sit up there and question the validity and legitimacy of the workout and therefore cast them in a very, very negative light, which would subject them to potential lawsuits and stuff like that. This is.
You mean kind of like the way that they're scared to hire a black coach? You mean like the way that they don't hire black coaches and now that one of the black coaches that didn't get hired is now having a lawsuit? You mean like that? Because they wouldn't worried about that. They worried about Colin Kaepernick and the workouts. Them saying, it wasn't legitimate and all that. But what about your hiring practices, though? You ain't worried about that. Interesting.
This is what they were saying. So my point to you is this. If you all of those things into consideration, and what I mean when I say publicity stunt, I don't mean he doesn't want to play football. That's where I think people are misconstruing what I'm saying. I'm not saying he doesn't want to play football. I'm saying it's a publicity stunt from the standpoint, you know you can't trust them. You've never trusted them. You never will trust them. You have very low expectations for the very league and the very teams that you're trying to play for. So go.
He's talking about trust. There is no trust in business, you idiot. That's why there's a thing called a contract. Because nobody trusts anybody in business. That's why you make a contract so that when the motherfuckers try to for lack of a better word, put you to do low twist. You got it in writing as what we agreed to. What the fuck are you talking about trust? See, he's oversimplifying this for people who don't either don't know the concept of business or don't know the concept of football. Either way, he doesn't know anything about fucking talking about trust. Motherfucker, I could not trust you as far as I could spit, but if we have a contract, I'll do business with you because it's a contract.
Going through all of this, knowing that you don't trust them, which led to you not wanting to do the workout that they wanted you to do. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm not trying to imply that he literally doesn't want to play. I'm saying the same trepidation that you had before, you still have. And so when you bring up a Saturday workout, my only question is this. Based on all of those circumstances, why is it beyond the pale that, a Saturday workout is just completely off kilter, particularly when 26 teams showed up and 18 teams sent black individuals to show up on their behalf?
That's a very interesting question. And Ryan Clark can give you a very interesting answer. But again, if you there's money on the table, right? That's that's for the taking as far as Colin Kaepernick is concerned. You don't have. I mean, since when do you do this with everybody that you trust? First of all, you shouldn't trust anyone in business because that's when you get fucked over. When you trust somebody in business, that's why they have contracts, because now you signed it, I signed it. There's no discrepancy. I don't have to trust you. I have to trust that the judge can read when I sue your motherfucking ass because you ain't did what's in the contract. It's called breach of contract. I don't have to trust you. We just need to come to a negotiation. We need to negotiate a term that is acceptable to both of us, or else there is no business. You don't have to trust someone. Get out of here. What are you talking about?
Well, this is the first thing, right? The first thing is, if you wouldn't send 18 black individuals to watch a white quarterback throw, don't send 18 black individuals to watch Colin Kaepernick throw. And
that's somebody, that's that shit. We need to send black people to go watch the black quarterback. Sometimes when people be racist, they don't even know how they want to cover up, and they want to try not to look racist, and they make themselves look even more racist.
And the only reason you have to make a special concession to have a workout for one man when you've never done it before is because you know he was blackballed. You know.
Again, roasting Stephen A. Smith point by point. The reason why they've never done that because they ain't never blackballed nobody before. You knew he was blackballed, and you gave him a work so that because he said himself, all eyes in the world was on this topic. You NFL trying to save face, but you got stepping and fetching clowns like this dude right here, saying that NFL should be commended for giving him the only workout that they've ever done one-on-one. Either he's a colorist or he's in the pockets. One or the other.
Know that the reason he isn't in the league isn't because he can't play football.
Basically admit it.
Yeah,
the league.
And so that's why the league was doing this, because they couldn't put it on the teams. Whether the teams want to make the excuse, we felt like if we brought him in, the backlash that we could get from him if we don't pick him up could be A, B, and C. The teams could say that if they want to. What the teams were more worried about was the people who were going to have an issue with you bringing Colin Kaepernick in. Because the one thing that we know about football, when you look on the field, it's 70% African-American. The further you move up toward the executive boxes, the less black it gets.
Yeah.
The people.
It's amazing how you could, was that Majestic Pharaoh said he playing three sides. It's amazing how you can agree with this man right here, yet defend the NFL. How can you do both? How can you do both? This motherfucker doing both. He disparaging Colin Kaepernick's character, saying it's a basically a publicity stunt. Then you agree with Ryan Clark that says the lower on the totem pole you are, the higher up in the totem pole you are, the whiter it gets. You agree with that. So if you agree with that, you know that it's a problem. And you're aware of it. So if you know that, why are you then trying to say that the NFL done everything they possibly could when you know that the lower on the totem pole, the blacker it is, the higher up, the whiter it is? These are executive NFL owners and the NFL organization decisions. Again, these are predominantly whiter people making these decisions, and the whole world is looking. And you're going to agree, like a minute after you just said that basically that the NFL should be commended because they ain't never. And you talk to the Players Association and all that, and the NFL should be commended because they gave him a solo workout. Come on, homie. I think it's more like 4 or 5 sides he's playing right now.
people in the stands,
Virtually
the people in the
non-existent.
suites, the people in the executive offices, the GMs, the scouts. It gets wider and wider as you move up the stadium.
That's right.
And they were
Absolutely true.
concerned with those people. A lot of the sponsors and the names you see in the stadiums, those names are white companies as well. They were worried about the money they would lose if you brought Colin Kaepernick is. Listen.
He's spitting them facts. He's spitting them facts. He worried about the bread. They worried about the reaction. Now he might have more action now because he's gotten a swell of support. He's got that movie out. I need to watch it, by the way. I haven't watched it. I heard it was good. And so he's gotten Nike on board, which is they fuck with the NFL a lot. So he might, I don't know. We'll see. Pete Carroll act like he wanna throw a workout at him or something. I don't know. Again, can't trust him. All you can do is sign a contract with him.
You are not going to pee on my face and tell me it's rain. I'm not going to allow people to do that. Now, I get the trepidations that team have because green is truly the color that matters most. It's not white. It's not black. It's not any other color. So all of those things I understand. But we can't sit here and not understand why Colin Kaepernick wouldn't trust that workout, or why Colin Kaepernick, or how Colin Kaepernick does understand the only reason that Stephen A. on First Take, the largest voice in sports, is talking about Colin Kaepernick today is because Colin Kaepernick put out a video, because Colin Kaepernick let the world know he still wants to play. And the reason that Pete Carroll had to speak on him is because Colin Kaepernick let the world know that he's still working and that he's still training. The squeaky wheel gets the oil. If Colin Kaepernick just went away like everybody in the NFL wants him to do, they just want him to go away. If he just did that, we would not be talking about him anymore. We would be waiting on Spike Lee's documentary, which I know you were on because you were interviewed right after me, and I'm sure you did an excellent job, and that's the only time we'd hear from him from here on out. He had to do this if he truly wants to play.
Well,
Absolutely. And he roasted Stephen A. Smith's ass with facts. Facts. He probably could go to Canadian, but fuck Canadian. They ain't gonna pay him. I mean, I can't really say that. They paid a few people, but fuck that. I mean, fuck that. Fuck that. Hell no. People most definitely would pay to see him now. Absolutely, they would. Absolutely. There's gonna be people that's gonna be mad though too. A lot of them Donald Trump supporters gonna be mad. They were cheering him on when they were saying son of a bitches and all that. They were cheering Donald Trump on. The city cap is more than qualified to play. He's better than 85% of the quarterbacks that play currently. Ain't too many Ryan, spit that hot fire. He showing the fuck did cooked his ass. Made him look stupid. Made him look real stupid. Elbow to the neck. Wow. He just, yeah. I mean, he taking that money. His tone changed real with the quickness. Absolutely, sure did. Sure the fuck did. But yeah, so where's Jay-Z when you need him? What the fuck is Jay-Z doing anyway? What is Jay-Z doing? I don't know what the hell he's doing. Because, has he done anything? Besides get Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre, Eminem to do the Super Bowl, to which they told him absolutely do not kneel. Eminem did it anyway. They told Snoop Dogg, don't be coming out here with that gang shit, even though the Super Bowl's in LA. Don't be coming out of that gang shit. Spitting 16 bars. Don't be coming out with that gang shit. And he did it anyway. And don't be out here crip walking either. And he did it anyway. You know what I mean? You know, they did everything they possibly could. I mean, but look, but here's the thing: they know that NFL can't say nothing because if it's any disciplinary reaction to that, they're gonna get a bunch of. They scared. They shook. Colin Kaepernick got the NFL shook. They don't listen. They gonna have to contend with the fact that he's on YouTube right now showing his workouts, and he looks sharp. He looks like he's been working out. Looks like he been training. It looks like he got a shot. Like somebody, you know, somebody could really use a quarterback right now. And there's plenty of trash quarterbacks in the league right now. That, I mean, if nothing else, he can be a backup. Pete Carroll looking at him. Pete Carroll might be testing the waters. Talking about you was gonna bring up Colin Kaepernick. Shannon Sharp did an interview. Said, man, nobody talking about Colin Kaepernick right now. Talking about the because he was at a press conference for something else. Let's see. That was the best part next to Mary J. Blige falling out. Is it Jay-Z helped coordinate the Super Bowl halftime? Yeah, that's about it. Moist ass shit. 50 cents. There was a question somebody asked me, which I thought was interesting. By all right, don't you think that Ice Cube should have been? Don't you think that Ice Cube should have been on the stage? Ice Cube is a legend, an icon. He got Friday After Next. What else he playing? Boys in the Hood. Some of the most prestigious, legendary movies that it is concerning LA. And he wasn't on the halftime show. Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre. Ice Cube used to rap with Dr. Dre. And we're not talking about MC Ren. We're talking about Ice Cube. Why wasn't he on stage? Anybody know? Dr. Dre and them, you know, they made up. So they ain't got no beef no more. So, you know, it's not like you know, that was an issue. They brought in Mary J. Blige. That's not even from California. So why are you bringing in Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg? Because those are California staples. Those are California. I got a little bit of, you know, I'm from Cali, right? I'm from Cali. Oh, I got the Hood Trucker shirt on, by the way. I'm from Cali. I got a little bit of inside information about why Ice Cube wasn't on there. It has nothing to do. Oh, Dre makes her beats. But here's the thing. Dre makes a lot of people beats. Dre made a lot of people beats. And it was only a select few. I think Mary J. Blige took Ice Cube's place, if you ask me. But the reason that Ice Cube, this is what I heard through the grapevine, you know, I got through my sources. And my sources said that the reason why Ice Cube was not on the Super Bowl lineup roster was because he didn't take the shot. Apparently, everybody else got vaccinated. I didn't supposed to say that word. Apparently, everybody else got the shot, except for Ice Cube, and that's why he wasn't on there. LA was doing a lot of stuff in terms of requiring people to, have show the vaccination card. That's why it was a big thing about fake cards and all of that. Because LA was requiring a lot of that stuff down there. They have kind of lightened up on that, but according to my sources, that's the reason. The trucker, they had to have a female singer on the halftime show. I mean, look, what about Miss Chalet? See, what I'm trying to get at is that Mary J. Blige has nothing to do with LA. Yet she was on. The show was in LA. Eminem is there. Yeah, he's from Detroit, but he was on Aftermath, which is in LA, which is Dr. Dre's label. So quite naturally, Eminem, should be there. He's affiliated with that. Not the same as Mary J. Blige. You throw a couple of beats of Mary J. Blige. So what? I mean, if I'm not mistaken, I don't think she was ever on Aftermath. So why her and not Ice Cube? My sources say. My sources. He didn't want to take a shot. He didn't want to take a shot. HIPAA laws. Can't be too nosy. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. I don't even understand that. Like, they could have had like an NWA thing though. They could have had an NWA thing there. I mean, you got Eminem and Snoop Dogg. Why you can't have NWA? NWA is where you started, and it's only one NWA member that's dead. Why couldn't you have? You could have had DJ Yella up there. You could have had MC Ren up there. You could have had Ice Cube up there. No, you got Mary J. Blige. I was like, man, I don't even want to watch this shit because it's some funny shit going on. Mary J. Blige ain't got no business up there. If anybody needs to be up there, it's Miss Chalet. Period. Or who else was singing back then? That's it. Miss Chalet. Right. Mary J. was a filler. Cause you know who else could have been up there? The one with the puffs. What's her name? Afro Puffs. What was her name? I rock rough and puff with my Afro Puffs. What was her name? I forgot her name. She could have been up there. Who else? She was a rider back then for the West. Who else could have been up there? Why you didn't have did Ren pass? He might have passed. But still, Yella ain't went nowhere. What about who else? Who else could have been up there? Yeah, DJ Yella. I don't think nothing happened to him. And he was with the original Dr. Dre shit, that World Class Wrecking Crew bullshit that they was involved in. He was with the original shit. He's not in there. Hey, I done fucked him on my damn it. He's not in there. There you go. Who else? Yo, I forgot about her. You right. Yo, yes, and with the Afro Puffs, Lady of Rage. Neither one of them was there. Neither one of them was there. I would have expected Yo, man. Yo still do concerts around this motherfucker. I see Yo do a concert at the Savoy a couple years ago. Up the street from the GS, if y'all know what the GS and the Savoy is. Y'all don't know about that. Y'all don't know about that Savoy. or that GS. So I'm saying, like, that whole thing is a sham. That Jay-Z shit, they know who to go get. They knew exactly who to go get. They want to go get the richest, most popular motherfucker that it is in the hip-hop world. Both of them promise each other a bunch of shit that ain't really gonna do nothing, so that Jay-Z can get it back. Because Jay-Z ain't did shit about the Rooney Rule. As a matter of fact, in that press conference that they did, Jay-Z gonna say, we're past kneeling. I took that as we are past Colin Kaepernick. We don't want to hear about that no more. Because what the fuck you done did to improve either one of them situations? We don't give a fuck about you gonna have black Dr. Dre. You're gonna have black performers, Dr. Dre and all of them, because it's the LA and all that. Jay-Z is a MLK. Turn the other cheek. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. That's crazy. That is crazy. Like, what? You know what I'm saying? Like, he ain't did nothing. He ain't did nothing. Just like the Congressional Black Caucus ain't did nothing either. Why is it that they have to vote on black voting rights every 10 years? Why you ain't made them permanent? You got to vote on them every 10 years. Why you ain't made that permanent? He could have had Easy's son up there. Absolutely. He most definitely could have had Easy's son up there. Absolutely. 100%. Why though? Why didn't have him? They didn't get the shot, probably. I mean, listen, according to my sources. But you know what I'm saying? Like, same thing. Congressional Black Caucus, you had what's that dude from Georgia? What the dude from Georgia did? Nothing. The black dude from Georgia that got elected said he was one of the ones that said we're supposed to get $2,000. Fucking liar. We didn't get no 2,000. We got 1,400. He fucking was in with the big. You want to talk about the big lie? That's the big lie too. There's another big lie, not just January 6th, but the big lie. The election, and it resulted in January 6th. But the other big lie was you lied, motherfucker, and said we was gonna get 2,000. We only got 1,400. Fucking lying ass. But what has he done? What has Cori Bush done? Notable. Everybody talking Cori Bush. What has she done? The one that was gonna do something, they didn't get elected. Nina Turner. They made sure Nina Turner did. Matter of fact, Hillary Clinton campaigned against Nina Turner. So what does that tell you? What does that tell you? That's why I was saying Stephen A. Smith with his bitch ass. I would be willing to bet that he's getting a check or something, some kind of favor or access or something to the NFL by him saying that, because he said everything antithetical to what Ryan Clark said, and then when Ryan Clark said, he agreed with every word. He doing that same fucking Ray Lewis shit. They lined up. I wish I could pull that up right now. They lined up in a big line. Everybody kneeled, knowingly what the fucking kneel was for. And then he gonna put his hands up, I think, at the last minute or something like that, so that he could save face and tell his owners that, or the owners of the team, that, I wasn't kneeling for that, I was praying. Politics. Exactly. Exactly. Politics mean lie. In layman's terms, politics mean fuck you. I'm lying. Give me your vote. I think I am going to join in on the recently I don't know how, actually I don't know how recent it was, but there's a hashtag going around. The hashtag is sit this one out, because Democrats and Republicans, they ignore us. They ignore us like we are like it's the same party, like it's no difference. I said a couple of lives ago, the Republicans know they don't have your vote because they don't have the policy, and Democrats, they talk a bunch, they talk policy, they don't never do nothing. They get you riled up, get you on their side, so they could do nothing because they know you got your vote. Like that fucking bullshit. Vote blue no matter who was bullshit. And the reason why I bring them up is because Jay-Z is doing the exact same fucking thing. Get him in there. Everybody's oh wow, Jay-Z is fucking, in conversation with the NFL, things are gonna start to change. Bullshit. Ain't nothing. What change? Who's to say that Dr. Dre wouldn't have been in there anyway? Ain't no guarantee he even did that. Wasn't Dr. Dre's daughter homeless for a few years? Probably. Dr. Dre had a stroke a few years back. Probably. Smoking all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no telling. But what I'm saying is, like, what the fuck is Jay-Z? What's the fuck is Jay-Z doing? But listen, the NFL is crafty, man. NFL crafty. Just like politicians crafty. Hashtag sit this one out. That's what we need to do. We need to let these motherfuckers know, hey, fuck you. We're not finna do shit until we get a fucking hate crime bill like the Asians got. And speaking of that, I was watching. So sometimes I'll be watching shit, just be watching shit. And I was watching this documentary on that dude. Let's see, starting to think the Republicans and Democrats joined into one party, and we just don't know. Nothing is making any sense anymore. They talk different because they're doing the Stephen A. Smith. They're playing three sides. That's tricky, we don't vote, and Trump may end up doing another vote. But here's the thing. That's the whole play. They want to spook you enough. Sometimes you gotta do sacrifices, like when they had the bus boycotts. You think motherfuckers wanted to walk to work? Fuck no, they want to get on that bus. But sometimes you gotta make a sacrifice. Sometimes you might have to do that, just so Democrats know we're not fucking with you, because we already know the Republicans ain't finna change nothing. They set up already. Democrats is the one that need to change. You doing hate crime bills for Asians, and blacks ain't got no hate crime bill? Come on, man. What was Asians lynched? Has Asians ever been lynched? And then you got a problem passing an anti-lynching bill. He affects athletes' contracts. Who, Jay-Z? I mean, because, if he does, that's because he has a sports management business. He's in the sports management business. I don't think people realize that. Yeah. Democrats, you don't think they know that you scared half to death of Donald Trump? You don't think they know that? You don't think they know that blacks are gonna deal with all the voting rights bullshit, the voter ID, the limiting of polling places, the limiting of polling places in the black communities. Like if you look at go look at the videos or how long the lines were in the black communities where it was voting, and then they shutting them down at 5 o'clock or whatever. They don't want you to do mail-in voting no more, and they shutting all that down. And they even went so far it's to limit how many boxes it was, because the Republicans control a lot of that shit, especially in Georgia. They control all that shit, and they make it now to where the Secretary of State has more power in overturning results. So Republicans don't give a fuck about you. They're trying to keep you out the voting booth. Republicans want you to vote, but they don't want to do the shit for your vote because they know you already have it. Blacks were lynched, not Asians. Not in America. Democrats. You know what I'm saying? See, I rock with Obama, but something fishy with Democrats. They don't address any concerns, but why? And then, Obama went down to that fucked up, man. I lost all respect for Barack Obama when he went and did that to them Flint people, man, and rode in the limo with that fucking made the decision, who never got charged. The Democrats, the Republicans that were in charge at the time, they got voted out. The Democrats came in and they had charges. They was going to charge them with manslaughter or some shit. They had the top 2-3 motherfuckers in charge of that, other than the governor, like the governor's right-hand man and shit. He 48 laws of power tell you need to have a scapegoat. And so he had his scapegoat, and the scapegoat was them 2 people that was getting charged with manslaughter or something like that. They went through 11 months of pretrial hearings just to determine whether or not they had a case. The judge, 2 different judges said yes. Democrats get in and fucking drop all the charges. I lost all respect for them motherfuckers after that. All of them. Bucking Obama is the Jay-Z of politics. Yeah. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy, man. That's fucking crazy. And look, I got into it with my niece behind vote blue no matter who. I said, you out of your fucking mind about, you know what I'm saying? What the fuck is you talking about? What if David Duke was a Democrat? You vote for him too just because he was blue? That's what I'm saying. Oh, he's not though. Clean that shit up. You can deal with that shit you want to. If you ask me, hashtag sit this one out. Fuck you. I have to vote for the other side. I voted for the hood trucker last time. Protest vote. Somebody said, you really see your vote? No, I don't. Listen, our ancestors didn't go fight and die and do all that shit just so you can give your vote to a Democrat just because you feel like that's what you're supposed to do. You have a responsibility to vote your conscience. You have a responsibility to vote your conscience. At least they smart. They knew if we got black president, we would be loyal and blind. Absolutely. Still loyal and blind now. Joe Biden went on there and said, you ain't even black if you don't vote for me. Obama ain't never even said that. He was confident in the black vote that he said, if you don't vote for me, you're not even black. And nobody, and listen, what's a lot of these black political commentators, they never fucking said a word. CNN didn't even say anything about it until at nighttime. Fox was right on it though. They immediately reported that. Fox was right on it. He did it on the Breakfast Club, in case you didn't know. Fox was right on it. That's why when you want to know news about the other party, go to the opposite news source. You know what I'm saying? Fox was on top of that immediately. These black fucking political commentators, what's that dude and that fat dude name? what is that dude's name? Oh, I can't never think of his name. The one used to be on CNN, the fat dude with the bald head, looked like a fat George Jefferson. I can't think of his name. Oh, what does that do? I can't think of that dude's name. Anyway, he's supposed to be the black Democratic voice, whatever. He didn't even say nothing. So the next day, got his talking points or something. He didn't say nothing until the next day. I was like, where are all these fucking Democrats? Listen, one thing about the Hood Trucker Show is we call balls and strikes. I don't give a fuck. I'm not never gonna be in nobody's pocket. We call balls and strikes over here. You fucking up, we're gonna tell you fucking up. If you fucking up, we're gonna tell you fucking up. I'm not finna Roland Martin. There you go. That weirdo. Fucking stepping, fetching ass motherfucker. He didn't say shit. Fox News and CNN keep the people divided. But if you want to know some information about the other one, go to the other one. Right. You know what I'm saying? Roland Martin, that fat motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I hate to fat shame people, but I just don't like that dude at all. I don't like that dude at all. And so, you know, I mean, it's all these coon type motherfuckers, these Jay-Z. You know, look, you want to go play politics with the NFL? Then you don't do nothing but show up with a halftime show? That's coon shit to me. You claim to be a Democratic, the black voice of the Democrats, or whatever the case you want to tout as you want to be. And then this motherfucker say you ain't black if you don't vote for me and you don't say nothing? CNN didn't even say that until the end of the day. And I don't know when. I think it was the next day he said something. If you don't believe me, go find it. Go find the day he said it. They came out on Breakfast Club. I believe it was the day next day or 3 days maybe. Something like that. He was trying to figure out what the fuck he gonna say. And then he acted like he was mad when he said it. What you mad for? That's your boy. And the other video, I just played it, another live or something. We played our own video where he said, I don't care what your situation is, throw him in jail. That's who you voted for. The throw him in jail guy. So you mean to tell me that your ancestors who died for the right to vote, all these rights, the right to vote being one of them, would condone you just voting for the popular dude or voting for the dude that you don't want in office, or voting for the dude that you really don't want in office because he's not that much better than the other guy you don't want in office. So my question is this: like you got Clyburn, that dude from South Carolina, when Bernie Sanders was kicking Joe Biden's ass in Nevada, all of a sudden Barack Obama came out, and Joe Clyburn came out endorsing Joe Biden. Why do you think that was? And then Bernie Sanders played pussy and then started saying that Joe Biden would make an awesome president. Listen, the politics is a behind the scenes game that plays out in front of the scenes. Like Stephen A. Jackson, this whole shit ties in. Stephen A. Jackson, Stephen A. Smith, you saying the shit don't, like, the NFL should be commended and all this type of shit, and Ryan Clark comes in and roast that ass, get with facts, and you agree with him too. That's politics. That's politics. But I bring up that because I've just been watching. I've been watching some weird documentaries lately. I watched the documentary about the dude that was I gotta be careful when I choose my words on what he was saying. He was doing stuff to these women, holding them captive, and he lived across the street from a liquor store. It's the documentary is on Netflix, and he was doing these things to women who were like crackhead, and they were some of them were crackheads and some of them were prostitutes and stuff like that. So he was doing stuff to them women, inviting them over and killing them. And I was watching that documentary, and what was crazy is he did a lot of he did a lot of his crimes at his home in that community. And the reason why he did it was probably basically because, you know, they were a lot of the police didn't give, when some of these women would go to the police, they didn't really necessarily believe them. And that dude went on and on. Like he did his thing for years. And I think he had committed some more crimes where he had to be on the Megan's list or something like that. If it was that type of list, but he was on some type of list or something like that, I think. And let him go. And he had, you know, people reporting him, and police didn't even believe him. I forgot what city it was, but here's what caught my attention. Here's what caught my attention, which reminds me of the Democratic Party. It reminds me of the shit they do. Right now, they were interviewing across the street from that dude. They were interviewing a liquor store owner. Okay, and if you live in the hood or associated with the hood, you know that most liquor stores, yes, the women are on drugs. Yep. See, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. If you live in the hood, most times, more often than not, the people that run and own those liquor stores and a lot of the supermarkets or whatever, if they're not really franchised, they're not people of the community. They're other people. I don't know what country this dude was from, because he definitely had an accent. But they were asking him about that dude. And in one of his responses, he was telling stories and stuff like that. In one of his responses, he said, I wish there were more guys like that. I forget that dude's name, but he mentioned his name. He said, I wish there were a million of those. You know why he said he wished? So who he's referring to is the dude that was doing all that stuff to those women. He said he wished that there were a million of those people. You know why? Because he said he was cleaning up the trash of the community, referring to trash. He was saying trash was the women and the people that he was doing all that stuff to. He was saying that he was cleaning up the trash. Now, if you think that the people that the people where your business is located, the surrounding people are trash, why on earth would you put a business there? So my question is the same thing to Democrats. If you don't like the people that give you their vote loyally, to the point where we can't really point out to any notable legislative actions that you've done, like you did with the Asians, like you do with some of these people that come to this country who are refugees or whatever, you give a crime, you give a hate crime bill to the Asians, you give all this other money to these different people, but when black people ask for reparations, it's a problem. You give money to Ukraine because that whatever your reason is. I think we all know what the reason is, because the reporting was that this is not Pakistan, this is not these other third world countries or whatever. This is Ukraine, and the people are blonde hair, blue eyes, and they're civilized. So we know why you gave my fucking tax money to Ukraine, which I could give two fucks about. We know why you did that. But why would you move a business into a community where you hate the people that you're serving? And guess what? I've been getting into it with certain parts of that community for here lately. I almost got in 2 fights. I work for one. I almost got in 2 fights. I can tell he's got a problem. Here's the thing. I've been doing this 12 years. I know what the fuck I'm talking about. I was a business owner in the trucking industry, owned my own company. I know the ins and outs. I was a dispatcher. I booked my own load. I know everything about this industry that you can possibly think of. It's maybe not broker side, but everything other than broker. I know this shit front and back. I know how to operate. I know how to operating costs. I know how to cut costs. All that shit. I give him suggestions. He doesn't listen at all. Fine. I don't know what that is. Some of the shit he say makes it seem like he like, I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, well, when I tell him something, 9 times out of 10, whatever I told him comes true. He's mad because he can't lie to me like his other drivers, because I already know all the lies, and I tell him to his face, or I tell him on the phone, whatever it is. Hey, whatever that is full of shit. I'm not gonna blame you for making it up, but whoever made it up is full of shit. And it happens all the time. And he gets mad because he can't fucking lie to me. Now, sometimes I go into liquor stores and they cool. Sometimes I go into liquor stores and they're not so cool. Sometimes you run into drivers and they cool, and sometimes they're not so cool. Again, I didn't got into 2 altercations in the last couple of weeks with 2 of them. I don't know what it is. I don't know what's going on. But I got into 2 altercations. Now, they pretty much they putting a major foothold in the trucking industry in California right now. Major. Like any city going from San Diego all the way to what's up north? Red Bluff. All of them down. Putting a major foothold. So they are forced to be reckoned with. They're making a presence known. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. But here's the thing. Same thing. I worked, and I said they had a foothold because I've worked for more than one. Like the 2 previous companies I worked for were for Arabs. Do they call them? I work for some sheiks, or what is it? Not sheik. It's the, what is the name? I forgot. But Punjabi is another term they use. And I mean, my last 3 companies have been all of those, and I haven't gotten along with any of them, even the one now. Like, we cool, like I said, with the NFL. And the reason why I say it from personal experience. I wouldn't trust this dude as far as I can spit, but I have contract, and we know what we're supposed to. He knows what he's supposed to pay me, and I know what I know. And he knows he's supposed to pay me. I know what my job is. So it's a contract. So we know what the fuck's going on. So that's why I said, like, Stephen A. Smith acting like he's oversimplifying the shit. He is massively over. Oh, they gave you a workout. They never do it. And Ryan Clark said, yeah, because they knew he was blackballed. They're trying to play politics. It happened in Cleveland, Ohio. Jonathan Carmichael. Oh, okay, yeah. Absolutely, that dude. Yep. So I don't understand. Like sometimes, like if you ask Nancy Pelosi certain questions she don't want to ask, you feel like you're too good to answer the questions and shit. You ask certain politicians, what about this or what about that? They want to they want to they want to have an attitude about asking. They want to have attitude about answering questions, and you're a public official. What have you done for the black community? You can't even make voting rights permanent. You got to go do that shit every 10 years. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's insane. But look, it is what it is. It's the world we live in. I think my personal opinion is that we should make Democrats earn our vote. Hence the hashtag sit this one out. Maybe if Democrats realized that we're going to sit it out. Sick. Oh, it's called sick. Is it called sick? Is that what it is? Sick? Yeah, I think it's called sick, I think. Chic or sick, something like that. That let them feel that. Because I think, was it 92% of the black vote or something came out for Democrats or something like that? I forgot, it was some high number like that. Let them feel that. They need to vote. The problem is they don't do shit for it. They talk a lot, but they don't do shit for it. But let a matter of fact, what's that dude? Phil I keep forgetting his last name. Phil something. He was saying, and he made a good point. Are the Asians doing souls to the polls? Let them go house them Asians. See how many votes they get from them. Because you want to do a hate crime bill, they ain't do one on blacks. Are they doing these church drives and all that type of shit? Are they doing any of that? Fuck no, they not. Hell no, they not. Let them let them carry the weight for a while. You know what I'm saying? As blacks, we voting for them, and they don't do shit for us, and we the biggest voting bloc that it is. Damn near. Loyalty for nothing. Hashtag sit this one out. So, but again, I think the Colin, we're gonna see what happens with the Colin Kaepernick situation. It'd be nice if they gave him a shot, stop being bitches and doing stupid shit like cutting his name out of the song and not mentioning that saying that the 49ers ain't been to the Super Bowl since '94 when they was there in 2013. Stop being bitches. Right? But at the same token, listen, politics is this. They're gonna say and do whatever gets by. They don't have to do nothing after that. Like look again. Perfect example is that 2000. They said they're gonna give it 2,000, gave us 1,400. Said fuck your 600. That's basically what they did. Oh, you already got that. Because Warnock, he said 2,000 out of his own mouth. Fuck him. So Colin Kaepernick shit is, we're gonna see how that plays out. And whatever happens, we're gonna be right here talking about it. So with that, hit the like button, subscribe, so that you can be alerted to all the videos. I got some video stuff I'm gonna be putting out this week. I did a merch haul to LA. And the trip was hilarious. There's a lot of a lot of dialogue that's hilarious. So with the person I went with. So I'm releasing some of that this week. I want to do a podcast. I'm going to do a podcast. I don't really like. I'm doing so much stuff when I'm off. I don't really have a chance to do a podcast. I probably need to squeeze that in or something. But I normally do my podcast in the truck just because I got a lot to say. I was going to do one today, but I was just doing research and a bunch of stuff like that. Hit the members section because some of these videos get really heated, and I can only release them in the members. So make sure you're a member so you can catch those. Cash App, PayPal. Support the channel. The information is on the bottom of the screen. We got OnlyFans. We got the merch. We got some new merch that just dropped Sunday, I believe. I'm wearing one of the shirts. I got some shorts, matter of fact, too. I would stand up, but I'm probably gonna knock a bunch of shit down. What else? And support the channel and make comments, subscribe. Any show ideas, anything you want me to talk about. I'm on Instagram at _hood_trucker. What else? I'm on TikTok, the Hood Trucker Fitness. We do TikToks. We still get it. And the website is thehoodtrucker.com. So go check that out. What else? I think that's it. So yeah, we're gonna keep watching Colin Kaepernick situation. We're gonna keep watching this Democrat situation. Both, and we're gonna keep watching this Jay-Z situation. I don't know what's going on where we can watch, but we're gonna keep watching. So with that, enjoy the rest of your day, and we're gonna get back at you real soon. Take care.